Ipswich tonight. The boy band JLS are in town for a sellout concert. Gareth George, who loves a good boy band, will be reporting from the queues outside.
Plus, the story of Ollie, the young cancer patient from Suffolk.
275 jobs are going at the County Council in Essex. The council says it's part of its continuing transformation and claims efficiency and services will be improved. The union Unison says it's staggered by the number of jobs affected.
Essex County Council says it's no different from any other organisation. It needs to get in shape to cope with these challenging economic times. Now, it means that 275 managerial posts will go from here. That's 16.5% of its line managers.
This is about providing the best quality of life for the people of Essex, low council tax and excellent frontline services. The improvements we make from this programme will be reinvested into frontline services, and I'm sure that is what the people of Essex are really interested in.
The union Unison says it's shocked by today's news.
Well, a bit like everybody else. I'm rather shocked at the large number. I mean, you're talking just short of 20% of the managers in Essex County Council. So I'm still reeling from that news and how we're going to manage that over the coming weeks.
So you had no idea whatsoever?
I saw an inclination on Thursday of last week, but obviously the official announcement didn't come out till today.
The council says a reduction in posts will be met through retirement, normal staff turnover and voluntary redundancy. It claims frontline services will not be affected. Debbie Tubby, BBC Look East, Essex.
The MP for North Essex, Bernard Jenkins, says he will repay £36,000 of parliamentary expenses in the next few days. He claimed the money for staying in a house owned by his sister-in-law. The figure is £25,000 less than he was originally asked to repay. Part of the Vion meat processing factory near Haverhill has been damaged by fire. 6 crews were called to the site at Little Wratting at about 3 o'clock this morning. The ground floor of a 3-storey building was on fire. Vion is one of the biggest employers in the area.
A coroner is considering his verdict in the case of a pensioner who was killed by an overdose of painkillers given by a locum doctor. This morning, the final evidence was submitted at the inquest in Wisbech. So, what are the issues the coroner will have to consider? This from our chief reporter, Kim Riley.
This is David Gray, who died at his home at Mayney in Cambridgeshire 2 years ago after being injected with 10 times the normal maximum dose of diamorphine. Dr Daniel Abani from Germany administered the drug. He was registered with the General Medical Council, but his specialty was anti-ageing medicine and cosmetic surgery. The inquest heard he seemed not to understand the difference between diamorphine and another painkiller, pethidine. He had been working his first shift for the Suffolk-based out-of-hours provider Take Care Now. It had been commissioned by Cambridgeshire Primary Care Trust. The North and East Cambridgeshire coroner, William Morris, was today presented with 2 more written submissions. He now has some 1,200 pages of evidence and official documents to wade through. Now, a coroner's court isn't a trial. It isn't about apportioning blame. It is about learning lessons from the tragedy. On Thursday, Mr Morris will deliver what's called a narrative verdict, a statement of the known facts that led to David Gray's death. But it won't end there. There will be a series of recommendations from the coroner. In forensic detail, he's looked at TCN's procedures, its drug safety policy, its use of locum agencies to hire doctors, sometimes from abroad, and its induction process for new arrivals. Many of these have been revised since Mr Gray's death. The question, are they adequate? Are further improvements necessary? And what about the role of the Primary Care Trust? Is stronger monitoring of our out-of-hours services needed? We can be absolutely certain that the coroner's judgment will have implications for those services right across the country.
Norfolk Police are to downsize their cars to save money. Emergency response vehicles will be smaller and less powerful. 32 Ford Mondeos will be replaced by Ford Focuses. Overall, it should save £700,000 over 3 years, but will be monitored to see if frontline services are affected. Let's catch up with more football news now with our sports reporter Tom Williams.
Susie, thank you. We'll start with transfer news. Busy day, 2 in, 3 out at Ipswich Town. They have signed striker Daryl Murphy and David Healy, both on loan from Sunderland until the end of the season. Departures, Tamas Priskin to QPR on loan, Alex Bruce to Leicester, while Stern John has gone back to Crystal Palace. Worrying times for Roy Keane. His side are just a place above the Championship relegation zone after losing at Preston on Saturday. Roy Keane's bemoaned his side's lack of firepower all season. At Preston, an indication of perhaps why he was happy for Tamas Priskin to leave. 2 goals in 19 appearances, the Hungarian hasn't enjoyed his 6 months in an Ipswich shirt. Just when it seemed his luck had changed, the linesman had the final say. Preston went ahead in the second half through Neil Collins before Danny Welbeck, on loan from Manchester United, finished exquisitely. Premier League class, right now that looks a long way off for Town fans, with their team hovering just above the bottom 3.
They had a great run before Saturday, 1 defeat in 15, but then it means just 1 more defeat, and they are back down there. They just haven't managed to pull right away from the bottom 6. So I think that we always have been looking a little bit over their shoulder, but now they really are turning themselves around and thinking, gosh, we are in problems here.
Ipswich host Middlesbrough on Saturday, needing a win just to calm fans' fears. Norwich City have him to thank for remaining 3 points clear at the top of League One. Cody MacDonald and Michael Rose scored in the club's 2-1 win over Hartlepool. It was their 11th successive home win, a new club record which dates back to the 1985-86 season. For 7 years, this is where you'd find Ken Brown. This is where he made history. The highs, a memorable and successful day out at Wembley in 85. Next season, promotion as champions and that record-breaking run of 10 home wins that stood until Saturday.
Records are made for that, aren't they? They're made for breaking, and it's nice to see. All we want now is to make sure that we finalise it by getting promoted.
Ken still goes to every game. He watched on at the weekend when Hartlepool gave Norwich a scare.
The real turning point was obviously when they scored, and everybody's thinking this is going to be difficult now, because they were quite evenly matched, and then we bounced back within seconds, more or less, don't we? And that
63 seconds.
Well, there you go. That was so important, I think, that one. Then I think you could almost see the lads go, "Oh, great!" And then they went on from there, and quite rightly got a winner, which was top-class shot as well. And he's tucked it away very well, the new boy.
The celebrations said it all. Michael Rose had only signed on loan from Stockport 24 hours earlier. Saturday night, he was the toast of Carrow Road.
A few of the lads asking me whether it was a cross, but I think I changed my mind at the end and went for the shot, really, and luckily I struck it well and it's gone in.
A debut to remember. Norwich's relentless pursuit of promotion continues. They've discovered the winning habit and loving every minute. Transfer news at Colchester today. David Prutton has joined on a free transfer after having his contract at Leeds terminated. He wasn't able to play when the two sides met on Saturday. They missed him, with Leeds running out comfortable winners. Jermaine Beckford with both goals, the first a penalty, the second one, well, he really couldn't miss that one, could he? Elsewhere at the weekend, Southend came from 2 down to earn a draw with Swindon. You can see highlights from Roots Hall, plus all the other games on late kick-off tonight at 11:20 with Matt Holland.